All right, good morning, 604. How we feeling today?
Good.
Awesome. Hey, Kevin.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, folks, today it is Tuesday. It is May 25th of 2021. Real quick, there is no school Monday because it's Memorial Day, so you do not have to log into any classes on Monday. However, you have school tomorrow with your specials. Make sure you attend ILT if you have it with Ms. Burgos. Very, very, very important. There are less than 8 or 9 school days left because on Friday, we have the talent show at 12:30. So make sure if you are camera shy or if you don't want to do something, you could pre-record yourself and send it in. That works as well. Then on June 7th, you're going to have your last IREADY Diagnostic for ELA. It's Monday, June 7th. On Tuesday, June 8th, you have your last IREADY Diagnostic for math, which count as state exams. This is why we keep stressing 30 minutes a day for math. Very, very important for you, okay? Because that's your state test and that's going to determine everything. Then on Monday, June 14th, you have your interim assessment for science. Then on that Tuesday, on June 15th, you have your interim assessment for social studies. We have field day on June 10th. Then the quarter ends on June 21st. That means that's it. No more work is going to be submitted. There is no more extra credit in math. We put up an assignment at the beginning of May. It is due June 5th. So if I were you, and even if you have a 98 and you want to try to get that 100, right? I suggest you do the extra credit. Math is fun, not stressing. Well, that's the point. I'm supposed to make it fun so you don't feel stressed, right? And even if you're not the best, we try to make it so you can learn to the best of your ability and make it somewhat interesting and real for you, right? Thanks for the feedback, Kevin. All right, so we have Adam shaking his head. It's not hard. If you do what we tell you to do, guys, you'll pass the class. I promise you. All right? But you have to show up on time. You have to turn your notes in. You have to do the IREADY, and you have to turn the work in on time. And if there's an issue, you need to tell us, okay? All right. So Abigail said she would read the learning target, and Kalani volunteered to be the screenshot taker. So let's get the show on the road. We're continuing with 7th grade math, Ms. Burgos. All right, just so that everyone is aware, when you go into your Google Classroom, I had a little hiccup this morning. I thought I posted something and I didn't. Who's coming in? Samiri. So I already posted your learning target page. There's a correction. Here is your notes, and here is your independent practice for today. All right, I'm going to open up my end. All right, Tuesday, May 25th of 2021, standard 7.NS.1. Miss Abigail Torres, please take over and read this page for us and pay attention to the correction at the bottom. We can't hear you.
I can solve this problem involving addition, multiplication, and division of integers and relational problems.
All right. Would someone else like to read it? Because her internet was a little choppy. It was a little hard to hear her. Someone else would like to try? I can solve multi-step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers and rational numbers and apply to real-world situations. Today, scholars will review how to solve multi-step word problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of integers, and rational numbers and apply them to real-world situations. This is the beginning of 7th grade. Please refer to the chart below to assist you to become familiar with the rules. Phew! All right, addition, when the signs are the same, we keep the sign and add. Different signs, we keep the sign of the higher number and subtract. Every subtraction sentence in integers gets written into addition by using keep, change, change, which is known as the additive inverse, folks. Additive inverse, we'll be applying that today. The additive inverse. Can you all see that? Maybe I should make it a different color, maybe like a green or something. I think that stands out better. Then at the bottom, when you're multiplying and dividing and the signs are the same, for multiplication and division, it's always positive. But on the bottom, when the signs are different, it's always a negative sign. So you need to correct that now. Got it? Got it? Get it? Good. All right? So same signs when you multiply or divide is going to be positive. Different signs will be negative when you're multiplying or dividing only. All right, problem number 1. Miss Liana Sanchez, I think you can handle problem 1 for us, please.
All right. Can you hear me, Malagi?
I think you're okay. You're good.
All right. Jennifer is hanging a picture. She wants to center it horizontally on the wall. The picture is 32 and 1/2 inches long, and the wall is oh snap! You see my face still. 120 and 3/4 inches long. Find the total length of the wall not covered by the picture. Hint: convert the fractions to decimals, then find the difference. Spell a move. All right, so 32.
Board is right.
All right, so 32 and 1/2 equals to 32.5 in decimal form because 1/2 is 0.5 in decimal form, and 120 and 3/4 is 120.75.
Okay. It says convert the fractions to decimals, which we did, then find the difference. So how are we going to find the difference? What do we write this as? I'm going to use
We have to write this as a number sentence, so we have to subtract.
subtract what?
Subtract 120.75 minus 32.50. All right, sorry, there's something wrong with my dog. 120 minus.
Yep.
All right, and then minus, and then 32. What? 32.5
of all not covered by the picture.
And that equals to 88.25.
Okay, so we use, before you do that, you're correct. Remember, we got to use the keep.
PD.
Okay, so can you just show me how that looks with the keep change, please? You're correct. 120, we keep it, right?
Yes. Wait. Yeah, 120, we keep it, and then
yeah, 120.75. We take to addition, and then what's the inverse of negative 320? I mean, negative 30. I mean, what's the inverse of positive 32? Sorry.
Negative 32.50 or 5.
Keep, we change the subtraction to plus, which is in purple, and then we do the inverse of addition, which is subtraction there, a negative integer, which is how much now, kiddo?
Which is 88.25.
88.25 what?
88.25 inches. Wait, yeah, inches.
And what does that represent?
And that represents the total length of the wall not covered by the picture.
Good job. Is the total length of the wall not covered by the picture, folks. Does everyone see how Leanna got that answer? If you do not understand, now is the time for you to say, hey, I don't understand, and ask away. Now is your chance before we move on to question 2, because it's going to get trickier. All right, problem number 2. Let's see. I need a camera. Kalani Roman, can you try this one, please? Thank you.
Justin said that the product of negative 9.6 times 3 is equivalent to negative 28.8. Angie said that the product of negative 9.6 times 3 is equivalent to positive 28.8. Who do you agree with, and justify explaining your reasoning?
So, Kalani, we know that the answer is going to be 28.8. We have to determine if it's positive or negative, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Kalani Roman, when we have different signs, when we multiply a negative times a positive, what do we get?
A negative times a positive equals a positive.
Let's look. A negative times a positive is a
negative.
Okay, so we got that part. So we know that if we look at Angie, And Justin said that, oops, negative 9.6 times 3. He says it's negative 28.8. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So does that make Angie right or wrong? Angie says that the answer is just 28.8. It's the same exact problem.
She's wrong.
Why is she incorrect?
Because the answer is negative 28.8, but she thinks it's positive 28.8.
Great. So how do we explain it? I agree with Justin because, tell me the rule.
A negative times a positive equals a negative.
Yeah, you guys see that? Good job.
Thank you.
Does everyone see that? So not Leanna, I think it was Kalani Roman was posting 1 and 2 up at the same time. Everyone good so far?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Please ask now.
I got it.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to erase that. Everyone with me? Pretty straightforward, right? Nothing out of the ordinary here. Just applying with what we're doing. All right, this is a real fun question. Let's hear from Kevin. Kevin, I want to hear from you. What is the sum of the cards and the values shown? How do we find the word sum? What operation is a sum?
Addition.
Wait, I don't know.
Addition.
Call that out. I want to hear from Kevin. What, Kevin?
Addition.
Okay, so we know that the sum has to be addition, right? Sum is addition. So now what am I going to do with the 5, the negative 5, the negative 4, and the 8? What operation am I going to do if sum is addition, sir?
We're gonna add.
Yeah.
We're gonna add.
What are we going to add? Talk to me.
We're gonna add 5 plus negative 5 plus negative 4 plus 8.
Okay. We want to do it on the number line, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what number should we start at? What is the first integer that you see here?
We're gonna start at positive 5 and we're gonna go to the left 5 times.
Yes. So that brings us to what? 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4.
4, 5. So that brings us to 0.
Good. Now we're going to add 0 plus what?
Negative 5. Negative 4. Negative 4.
So we're going to go to the right or the left of 0 now. We want to go to the negative.
We're gonna go to the left 4 times.
Count. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4. So we got negative 4.
and now we want to add what?
We gotta add 8. So we go to the right 8 times.
Wait, count with me. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 4, positive 4.
Kevin, I'm very impressed. That was done beautifully. So what is the final score? Where do we land?
We landed at positive 4.
Okay, so Kevin, now my next question is, right, I want to get equal to 0. So 4 plus what number is going to equal 0? So let's check this out. I'm going to use orange. Here's 4. I'm going to put a box so it's not confusing. Try orange. We're at 4, right? And we want to get back to orange. How many hops is it from the squares?
4 hops.
So is it to the positive or the negative side?
To the negative side.
So we need to have what number here to make 0? Negative?
Negative 4.
Nice. Miss Burgos, you did so awesome. I think this should be changed around. I think it should be like this.
Good job, Kevin.
Yeah, right? I'm impressed.
Okay.
Right? Everyone see that? There's problem 3. All right. Miss Burgos, do you want to call on someone? Do you want to read A and have someone do it? What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll read it. If you can make it a little bigger.
How's that?
Yeah. Suppose you receive $10 from your grandmother for your birthday. You spend $4 on snacks. Using addition, how would you write an equation to represent this situation? Let's call on Ramesses.
Oh, good choice.
You got this, Ramesses. How would you write it?
I'll write it as 10 minus 4 equals what are we trying to find out?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use the KCC method. Hey, remember that? Remember the KCC method?
Yeah.
Talk to Ms. Burgos and I. What do we do?
Now we're doing the number line.
We don't have to do the number line right now because we have one at the bottom. So 10, what happens to the subtraction? Becomes what?
It becomes 6. It becomes addition.
And what happens to the positive 4? That becomes what kind of integer?
Negative 4.
Now, what is the sum of 10 plus negative 4?
6.
Okay, 6 what?
Negative.
6 negative or just 6?
Oh, just 6.
We're going to demonstrate this on the number line. It says write it as an addition sentence. So you have to start somehow, and then you have to convert it by using keep, change, right? Keep, so everyone hears. Keep. Okay. Change. And then we have change. Does everyone see that? Keep, change, yeah? Now, question premises. We want to start at 10, right? Here's 10.
Yeah.
What kind of numbers are to the right of the number line? Positive or negative, sir?
Negative.
The number line? Right of the number line?
Oh, positive.
And then she said she's gonna call me right back.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ramesses, I'm at 10. I want to get to negative. I want to go negative 4. Right?
I'll put you on three because I
So you will go back.
So count with me. 1,
2, 3, 4.
So what are we at?
We at 6.
Good. So Kalani got problem 3 and 4 together for you folks. There it is. Anyone have any questions so far? Pretty straightforward, right? Good job, Ramesses. Kalani, let us know once you have this, okay? Can I erase it now?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so everyone should be keeping up. Everyone should be somehow on question 4 at this point. Okay? All right. I know for this one, we're supposed to go in a breakout room, but I'm not sure where Mr. R is. Oh, he's back. Hey, here he is.
I've been here since problem 2.
I didn't know that.
I texted you in the chat. I was like, okay.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Okay. Hey. All right. We'll go in breakout rooms. Mr. R will complete the rest, right? And then we'll come back. They did really well. It is
No, I was looking.
10:30. I've asked Mr. Hollins to turn his camera multiple times. He refused to do it.
He said I'm back, but no camera.
You what?
He texted on the chat that I'm back at 10:28.
Okay. But still no camera has been on. Okay. Anyways. All right, Mr. R. Who would you like to have?
Surprised me. I seen a lot of good people doing stuff in here, so.
Kevin was killing it.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Kalani was the screenshot taker. You don't need no extension on notes. It's only 10:30. The notes are due at 11:10. You got 40
Who
minutes.
asked for extension already?
Huh?
Who asked for extension?
Tamari Hollins.
No.
Okay. So I gave you Abigail, Brandon, Caleb, Ian, Ramesses, and Yerlin. Does that sound okay, Mr. R? Mr. Riddy? Mr. R?
I said, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. Miss Burgos, who would you like to go with?
Surprise me.
Miss B, how's the moving?
It's exhausting.
Almost done? Shit, not even close. Get a U-Haul truck.
I think close, man.
Hablamos.
Breakout rooms are open. Make sure you students go there. All right. Okay. Hold on a second. I just want to move somebody. Hold on. I want to assign this person. And I want to take. Okay. We could get started. Here we go, guys. All right, David, can you read problem number 5 for me? Please, David.
Find efficient strategy to evaluate the expression and complete the necessary workflow. So, we have to write the expression, which is 1 minus 1 times minus, parentheses minus 3 times 10 times minus 2. Yeah.
So are we multiplying, dividing? What are we doing here? What's the operation, David?
Multiplying.
Good. All right, David. So now that we know that we are multiplying, right, bud?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. Okay, David. So we know that we are multiplying, right? Try to. Oh man. Okay. Now that we are multiplying, we have to figure out multiplication. Okay. When their signs are the same, what do we have? We have. If the signs are the same, is it positive or negative? Well, we multiply. The rules for multiplication. Let's write them down. Rules for multiplication. Right, and they're also on page 1.
Negative.
So a negative times a positive is what? Is a negative, right? And if we have a negative times a negative, we have a positive, correct? Right?
Positive.
And then if we have a positive times a negative, we have a negative. And then if we have a positive, positive, what do we have? Same signs, we have a what? Remember? Help you out. Positive. Okay, Dave? All right.
Negative.
Awesome. So, David, let's look at this. Let's first figure out what
Negative.
Okay, so a negative times a positive. Let's look at this. We're going to chunk this apart step by step. Ready? A negative times a negative. Look on the chart. The rules we made is a what? A negative times a negative is a what? What's a negative times a negative? Somebody help them out. Positive, right?
Yeah, positive.
Right? We're going to multiply now. Let's do the next one. We got
Negative times a negative would equal positive.
Now we have a positive.
Yeah.
The negative is what? And then we have times 2. So let's do this. This is all multiplication, right? I'm going to put the star, which means multiply. This means multiply so you don't get confused because it looks like a plus sign. All right? Does everyone follow that? Everyone see what we did there? Anyone have any questions on that? So this correlates to here, and then we just tacked on the positive. So now we have, David, what's a positive times a positive? Let's do 3 times 2 is how much, sir? Positive times a positive. You could do this. 3 times 2, somebody.
6.
Okay, now we have to take 6 times negative 20. So it's a positive times a negative. What's a positive times a negative?
A negative.
Good. Who said that?
David.
David. Good. Negative. What's 20 times 6, sir?
180. Oh wait, 120.
There you go. So the answer is 120, right? Anyone have any questions? Are we good? Where is she in here? Kalani Roman? Hey, can you screenshot this for me, please? Let me know once you have it so I can move on to the next question. You guys can start the next one.
I got it.
I like this style. This was a good style. This was a good procedure, right? Okay. Evaluate the expression. Let's hear from Justin Bodo. You're going to read problem 6 because I see what's going on. Please read this question.
All right. It says 2 1/4. Wait, which should I start from?
Just 2 1/4 times -8. What do we have to do?
So we have to put it to a decimal.
Okay. How do we do it to a decimal? What operation is the fraction? What is 1 divided by 4? If you have 1/4, how much money do you have, bud? 1/4 is how much?
25 cents.
Right. So 2 1/4 now is the same as 2.25, right, Justin?
Yeah.
It's a positive times -8. So forget about the signs right now. What is 2.25 times 8? That's what I need to know, that you understand. 2.25 times 8. $2.25 times 8, folks. What is that? Nobody knows what 2.25 is. Huh?
Wait. It's not
18. Is it positive or negative? Because it's a positive times a negative is what? We have a positive times a negative. What kind of sign is it? What kind of sign? Positive times a negative is a?
negative. Oh, I'm
Negative.
sorry. I'm putting it on mute.
That's all right. Is a negative. So we know that this has to be negative. 22.25 times 8, Leanna, is 18, right?
Negative 18.
Okay. Kalani is going to screenshot this entire page when we're done. All right, let's look at the bottom now. Looking at the bottom, we're going to write the opposite of each integer, and then we're going to prove that the opposites are equal to 0. So, Kevin, what's the opposite of 3?
The opposite of 3 is -3.
So we're going to add 3 plus -3, and it should equal 0. Is 3 plus, parentheses, -3 equal to 0, Kevin?
Yes.
Good. What's the opposite of -7, sir?
+7.
How do I prove this? -7 what?
-7 plus, no, equal, yeah, plus 7 equals 0.
Good. Okay, continue. What's the opposite of -1/2? What's the opposite of -1/2?
+1/2.
How do I prove this?
-1/2 plus +1/2 equals 0.
Okay, trick question now. When there's no coefficient, what number do I put in front? I put the number.
Then number 1.
Good. So what's the opposite of +1?
-1.
Nice. I love it. How do I prove this? -1x?
-1x plus +1x equals 0.
Yes, Kevin. I love it. And Kevin, you might as well just finish it off because you've done so well. What's the opposite of +3x, sir?
The opposite of positive 3x, you said,
Yeah.
is negative 3x.
How do I prove this? 3x?
3x plus negative 3x equals 0.
Perfect. Okay, please type that down. Nice job, Kevin. Excellent job. So there is problem 6 and 7 modeled for you all. Again, this is what your notes need to look like. You need to have these rules copied down, please, for your benefit, folks. Okay? Miss Sanchez, are we good? Not Miss Sanchez, Miss Roman, are we good? Are we good? Yes, no, maybe so? Somebody speak to me. Can I erase it, Kalani?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to move on to your exit ticket, then we're going to go turn the notes in. Okay, there's an extension. All right, exit ticket. Kalani, can you do problem 1 for us? This one's pretty easy. I feel you could do this. This is super easy. Go ahead.
Complete Abigail's new hand to make her total score equal to 0. What must be the value of the question mark card?
All right, so what do we have to do with these numbers? Add or subtract first?
We have to add first.
And what's the whole goal? What do we want it to be equal to?
We want it to be equal to 0.
Okay, so help me out. What is 4 plus negative 6 equal to, ma'am?
4 plus negative 6 is negative 2.
Negative 2 plus what number is going to equal to 0? What does that?
2.
Okay, so the question mark has to be positive 2. Does everyone see that? Everyone see that? So watch. In case you are unsure, the question mark, watch how the question mark now becomes a 2. Therefore, Kalani, is it A, B, C, or D, young lady?
A.
Everyone see that? So I'm just going to draw that to represent this. Everyone see that? Easy, right? She's going to screenshot this entire page when we're done. All right, let's look at this again. The rules state, what's a negative times a negative? Somebody.
Positive.
Good.
Positive.
What's a positive times a negative?
That's
Negative.
And a negative times a negative is a
Positive.
good. So we know that the answer, we know that the sign is going to be positive. We just said why. Now, the next part is we want to multiply the numbers. What are the numbers in the question? 6 times 2 times 2, negative 2. 2. We're going to multiply the numbers times 5 times 3. What is 6 times 2, folks?
24.
12.
Wait, 6 times.
12
Sorry,
times
12, sorry.
12 times 2?
24.
24.
24 times 15, which is 5 times 3, right? What does that equal on your calculators?
That equals to 300.
Somebody said it. Who said that?
Me, Leanna, 360. It's negative 300.
Three-
Positive, sorry, positive.
You're positive. Okay, good. So the answer, we said the sign has to be positive, right? So we said that we're going to have 300. It's going to be positive 360, or it might be written as plus 360, or it might be as just 360. So which answer choice has what I just wrote in purple here? Which answer choice says the purple?
C.
Huh?
C.
C.
Is in cat.
Yep. Everyone see that? So Kalani Roman will now screenshot that. And there is a problem 1 and 2 for your exit ticket. There is an extension, so I highly suggest you try that on your own if you have time, if time permits. Kalani, dear, are you on your iPad?
I got it.
Okay. Everyone got that? Okay, she's going to post that up for you now. Now it's called, let me show what I know. So we're going to go to 6:04. We're going to go to independent practice. It's only 10:46. So you're going to have 24 minutes. This will take you 2 minutes to do. This is how easy it is. Ready? Okay, let's turn it on. We're in class 6:04. You guys can start answering the form. Very, very simple. Okay. We're in 6:04. We just did this question. I think Kalani, I think did this. Kalani, do you remember what your answer was when you just solved this for us?
It was 2.
Good. We went over the whole explanation, right? Everyone should get 100 in this breakout room. And that means you should have 100 on your notes. It's going to bring your grades up. Kevin, you're good? Okay. Problem 3, we just did this question.
It's C.
Good.
Problem 3.
Excellent, Kevin. Beautiful. Let me just pull this up. Okay, that way I don't have to re-erase it. Beautiful. Oops, sorry. Okay. All right, Noel works as a veterinarian technician and earns $12.20 per hour. And he works 40 hours. How much money did he earn before taxes? Type your answer with first a $sign and 3 numbers only. No spaces. How am I going to solve this? You make $12.20 for 1 hour of work. You work 40 hours. How much money do you make? What do?
We have to multiply.
And when you multiply, what do you get? I'm going to write the answer here.
12
Tell me what you get.
times 40.
Yep.
All right, 1220 times 40.
The answer is going to be written in green.
It's $488.
Good. So the question says, write the $sign, which we did, and 3 numbers. 488. No spaces. Type it like this to get your credit.
I don't have the $sign on my keyboard.
Yes, you do. It's on the number 4. You have to hit Shift 4.
Yeah, I was supposed to that.
Shift 4. Next question. What is today's learning target?
It's A. Wait, no. Yeah, A.
A is correct. Good. You didn't let them trick you. Ha ha. Okay, the first one. And now, folks, if you turn this in, you all should have gotten 100, a 15 out of 15. Yeah, thumbs up. All right. All you're responsible to do now, Emmanuel, is to make sure your notes are turned in. Once your notes are turned in, guys, you can work on IREADY. It's 10:49. This class is over at 11:10. That's in 21 minutes to perfect your notes with an extension at that point. Please begin now. Thanks, David. Please begin. Good job, guys. Good work.